Good afternoon, good evening, good morning to everybody out there. Jason here at Signature Esports, and a pleasure it is to have you live and in charge for a little Winston Throwback Series right here on Signature Esports, iRacing, the platform for all sim racing. Giving you a whole lot of action here today for week 3 in the Throwback Series. If you can't tell, I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, but things like that do happen, and that is how we get by and continue to go. 116 laps here for week 3 at Las Vegas, the luckiest track on the circuit here for NASCAR. 75 degrees on the track temperature on the 1.5-mile track here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway in Las Vegas, Nevada. The virtual track is going to run 116 laps again, 5 sets of tires, 1 faster pair. They do have 75% fuel. The tires are going to be plentiful today, so that's going to make all the difference. 66 degrees on the air temperature, 26% humidity, overcast skies. We'll keep it all on the track and probably provide a lot of grip. Dark Horizon Fishing giving you your weather report today. Go to facebook.com/Dark Horizon Fishing. Book a trip today and make sure that you take care of booking that trip, because that trip is going to be it'd be absolutely wonderful to see you out there on the Chesapeake Bay, getting some fishing in and relaxing. Paint's done by MCI Graphics and JB's Paint Shop. You can find both of those guys on the old Trading Paints website by searching Michael Coulter Jr. or Joshua Brock, and be able to take care of it. They're going to be ready to go here. Here's your starting grid. Anthony Crownover, Bradley Wilson going to make up your front row. Joshua Ibby is going to have Kevin Savoy to his outside. Hunter Smith will have Garrett Wolfenbarger to his outside, row number 3. Bunnell, Joe Turkall are going to be their row number 4. Spicy's going to have J.D. McHaley in row number 5. Mark Retchen, Clayton Kencart are going to be there, row number 6. Row 7 is going to be Brooks Dirting and David Salter. Coulter Jr. is going to have Cossey to his outside, row number 8. Daly and James Morgan will be there, row number 9. Rahalva and Bobby Arnett are going to make up row number 10. Joshua Brock and Parker Weekly are going to make up row 11. Row 12 will be Eric Dillingham and Jeff Pless. Row 13, Brandon Pearl and Adam Pettit. And Michael Brock will bring up the tail end of the field as they load in and make this one official for the third week of the series. Let me take a look at the points here real quick. Let's start help make graphics for these guys. Forgive me. Currently in the 2 starts, Adam Pettit has the current points lead without a win. Bradley Wilson has that second spot locked in with a win over the last. He's just 1 point off Adam Pettit. Pettit just has a good start to the series. So we'll have to see how that's going to work. Levi McCarty sits 3rd in points. Brooks Dirting and just Causey 4th and 5th. The only other driver having a win is Michael Coulter Jr. Coulter he didn't have a good series last week, so we'll have to see if that's gonna change this week. That's what I would say. Las Vegas is big, sweeping, and it's a ton of fun. It's one of my favorite tracks, and it's a great track on the circuit for the iRacing platform. And it can drive ferociously, especially with the dynamic tracks. It'll be a ton of fun to see what these drivers do. Here's a look overhead. Do enjoy being able to control the cameras from off the fly here. All right, crowd over 41-19 on the iRating. Having the Ford today, and that number 28. Man, oh man. It is awesome. Folks, get your chats out there. I want to hear what you guys are doing. Tell me how your days are going. Everybody getting 60-degree weather in the middle of winter. That's what happened today. I couldn't even enjoy it. Yeah. Make sure you hit that like button. Hit that like button. The follow, hit the subscribe, all the good things that you would normally do here for any content creator. Helps support the stream, helps support these drivers, helps them gain exposure, and helps the platform grow to be able to offer more for these drivers everywhere. Break the build for today's race. It's going to be a 2.4K. And, yeah, Start, restart zone. They're ready. I'm ready. Let's go green flag racing here at Las Vegas. Everyone's going to be busy. 28 to the bottom side. 43 up high. Avy's going to slide up into that second lane. Going to be in the middle right here. He's going to be stuck. They do have a fast repair, which is good to use, but I wouldn't be opposed to not using it early. No stages, nothing like that. Just straight racing for 116 laps with 75% fuel. Put him in very close to the end on fuel mileage. They get a caution, maybe one stop, two stops, nonetheless on the outside of that. Big field here for the 98 to 2000 paint scheme session here. 5 runs the outside, 43 to the bottom, crown over to the bottom as well. Got to save a little bit of tire at Las Vegas, because if you don't, it'll eat them up quick. It'll eat it up, chew it out, and you'll start to drop back. Crown over to the bottom side, Wolf and Barger to the outside. Wilson of the 43. Homage to the Petty Camp. A little STP action. Rocking the corner, rocking the bottom. .43.54. Kevin Savoy back in the mix. Good to see Kevin out there running. He's got a little bit of that forward action happening here for the Excite 99. Right now, pack racing for all these drivers. Gen 6 car. Do love this car. One of the best cars you're going to see on the, in my opinion, one of the best cars you're going to see. A little nose damage for Michael Brock. We're seeing in the takeoff here early. Or if he got into the back of somebody on the early going. There's Grijalva in front of him. Grijalva looks clean. Grijalva has a little bit of nose damage as well. I wonder if they had some back bumpers. Got some paint on him here. We'll have to see here. Bobby Arnett. Check his. He's got a little bit of nose damage. No rear damage. Jeff Pless in the 93. I like Jeff's car. I think Jeff's car is probably my favorite paint scheme out there, next to the Tabasco Fiasco car. Hashtag Spicy on the back. Spicy stuck in the middle. A lot of sparks flying on this car. You see them hit the corners and hit the bumps. They do shake around quite a bit, especially when you get into the air and they get into the corner. Those bumps will actually help the car unsettle, makes them a little bit faster. But dragging the splitter and dragging the side skirt on the racetrack will cause a few issues. So we'll see how this one's going to work. Mark Rection back here out of Jefferson City. Working on that race pace. Coulter Jr. back here in that 3. Little homage to Dale. Still has, again, a little bit of nose damage for a couple of these vehicles. We'll have to see how that's going to work. Wilson, AB, 33 of Turkall to the bottom. Running that 1591. He does have some nose damage as well. So I think a little bit of bumper-to-bumper action here. As we see the paints get a little bit scuffed up early on. There's the 4 as well. Hunter Smith has the same concept. And so does Kevin Savoy. It's crazy to think that each one of these cars have a little bit of nose damage getting into this one. And as we start to progress, we'll see if that's going to matter. A clean nose goes a long way. There's the 17 right back here. That's Jesse Bunnell. There's the Chrome Parts America. Adam Pettit off the track here. Pettit had an issue. We'll take a look here. Oh, 22. There's a little door. He's good. Good save for Adam Pettit. So he'll have some work to do here for the 27 to 56 I-rated driver. Bradley Wilson out front. Then car up 7 is going to be your biggest mover. There's Turkall on 33, still rolling the bottom side. That middle high lane is going to be the fast lane around the racetrack. You see Bradley Wilson running that second lane. Las Vegas has a tendency to run high. If you give up that outside lane, it'll be a different story. 3 wide back here. There's Bunnell to the middle. The 10 of Dave Salter holds on. And a good-looking racetrack for all these drivers. I like the Las Vegas. I worked really hard on the Las Vegas camps. Pretty happy about it. 71, James Morgan trying to get to the inside. 10 way up the race line here. McKaylee, 428. They reckon caution's going to come out. Only a matter of time there. Some start to get dicey, and they started to get closer and closer. The more they pushed, the more that changed. Here's a look. There's a 4 and the 28 back here. 28 doing his job, holding the lane. I think the 4 just got right to the back bumper of him. Hunter Smith right here. Again, trying to run that third lane, or that middle lane, trying to be 3 wide here. It's a run on the 4 or the 28, and he just got free in that tunnel. You can see the car get unsettled here. He gets off the corner, and we'll go right here, and we'll go quarter speed. Watch the car start to wiggle. There's the 28. Puts a little dirty air on the 4, and the 4 just gets a little unsettled right there. Starts to wiggle just a little bit. Gets up into the 2, down to the 28, turns the 28, 4, the 2, the 28, the 10, nowhere to go. And everybody else, the 71 gets clipped too. 24, a lot of innocent bystanders here. The 4 will smack the wall. The 28, everybody's going to have to come in for a little bit of damage here. So 1 fast repair for the drivers. We'll see if anybody's going to go ahead and top off on fuel to make this a 1 pit stop race. Recall, Jeff Pless are going to be your 1-2 right now. They stay out. Hunter Smith will be a lap down. The pace car leads around. The 1432 I-rated driver putting himself in that next the next stop. Justin Green. Someone wrecked Garrett Wolfenbarger. He is disrespectful from Chicago. I don't think so. Please don't do that. Not even something to joke about. $33, $93, $43, $194. First caution comes out. All right, they're under pace. Awesome person. I wish I could say I feel better. I feel the worst I've felt in all 3 days that I've been dealing with this myself. The whole family's been under the weather for about 2 weeks almost. Jess, it started with Mrs. Signature. She had to go to the doctor to rule out a whole bunch of stuff. And then my youngest, she had what they called super strep for almost a month, and then got over that, and then just to have this, and it's the weather, it's what it is. It's the it was 60 degrees, and then it went to freezing its butt off and cold for about 2 weeks, and now it's back to 40, 50, 60 degree weather, and it's just causing everybody to get sick, and it's just bad that I'm the last person to get it here. Good save, JD. Says Mike out there. He's killing it. So I saw JD's. It was on YouTube. I saw some of his videos on YouTube. YouTube or TikTok, one of the two. It's the other day. So I'm checking out iRacing content, checking out what other people are doing out there. Been sitting back and doing. I appreciate you. I mean, the little one is the one we always worry about. We want to make sure that she has the she gets better. She's the one that can have it. You never want your kids sick. I can deal with it. I'll just deal with the voice and all the issues that I have with that. But outside of that, it's all good. I appreciate everybody. I really do. But I'm here. We're here to do the job. Only one driver off the lead lap is going to be Hunter Smith. Single file restart as they would back in the throwback era. 33, 93, 43, green flag. All right, most cars can make it 50 laps on the 75% fuel strategy. One driver that I have any kind of worry about is going to be Joe. He's yet to come to pit road. To get rid of some of this extra information on the top here. Because, I don't want to see any tire compounds and extra stuff like that. I reckon. And right in the middle of all that, Michael Brock involved. No, he had to stop. That was before the green flag. Arnett, Coulter Jr., AB, right here. Tell you what, that's 6. There's Adam Pettit. 5 on the bottom side. Oh, it was 33. Kicks the 3. So this is where new tires rule the roost for the most part, and they have plenty of sets to use here. 3's on the bottom side. We're right along with the 5. 3 drifts up the race line just a little bit right there. And it's Coulter Jr. And 33 kind of battles back just a little bit. So 3's out of the throttle. 5 goes to the bottom side. And this is what early restart aggressive driving does. 33 comes off the wall. Bam. Right there. A little net code. Little wiggle. 5, 3, and then that one fast repair anybody had here. As he's doing it for Dale. 5 of AB here has the 94 of Ken Cart. And at this particular point, you want to hold the brakes until right now the 94 is drifting off the corner. And at 35, Spicy almost nails him. Spicy backs off the corner here. He did a great job. Immediately backs. He sees him wrecking. He says, "We're good." Hoi! And it made me nervous too. Michael Brock with a destroyed race car on pit road. How did he get involved? That's what I wanted to see. There's a 60. Still full throttle. This is why you as soon as you see smoke, it just nails the 5. As soon as you see smoke, you have got to drop off the gas. As soon as you see it, you got to start slowing down. You got to start. I know it's hard to when you're in iRacing to do this. And this is something I saw in the official races earlier, which, it's hard. It's hard to see. I mean, right here, he's still full throttle. And it's just lessons that you have to learn. Right here, I mean, he should already be on the brake. He'd be able to miss a majority of this. Everybody else slowing down in front of him. Because when you're braking, heavy braking on the late portion of that, it'll send you straight. And the 60 doesn't have a fast repair. It's going to look like a modified for a little while. Here you go. What do you say? Good to see you out there. Cheers to you, the lunatic. JD's YouTube channel has some good content. It does. What's up, Joe P? Good to see you. You almost forgot to show up. Don't forget to show up. Y'all are amazing. I appreciate you. Thank you to everybody who is out there. Make sure that you do hit the like button for me. It does support the stream and support these drivers. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate you. And it's the Grijalva. Hey, what's it like having the young man back home after ETSing? Tell me how it is, man. I told him the other day whenever we got to talk to him, congratulations on his ETS date. Or on ETSing. It's a big deal. Gretchen will have an issue early. Actually, he's not having an issue. He's just a lap down. Brock's going to be a lap down as well. Clayton Kincart's going to be a lap down. All these drivers having to limp their way to pit road will put them a lap down. And because they had to pit early, keep them off the lead lap. So the 43 is going to be your race leader. Wolfenbarger is going to be in second. Savoy in third. Brandon Pearls is going to be in fourth. Derding's going to be in fifth. Aussie McKaylee, Daly, Adam Pettit, Arnett. That'll be your top 10. It's fun watching him race at home. His internet's been better. He hasn't blinked, which is good. It's good for him. He can get away from that post-internet. Speaking of which, those who don't know, I was a 9-year veteran of the military. Come on, heroes. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. In regards of how long I served, I would and always be in support of our men and women of law enforcement, first responders, doctors, lawyers, anybody who puts themselves in that service that line, especially lately with attorneys and judges getting attacked. They're part of the solution out there, not part of the problem. And of course, our men and women of service in the military, regardless of what branch you serve, where you serve, regardless of what country you serve, you're out there and sacrificing yourself. To 99, Kevin Savoy. 75 on the inside. Past series champion for the Winston Throwback Series. Sits in third. Brandon Pearl in that 21. Up 21 in that 75. That's a little Remington. I watched Brock make this paint scheme the other day. In the JB's paint shop. We'd love to see it. 36 on the bottom side. This is where patience is going to be. It's going to give you more benefit. Here comes the 28. He's your pole sitter. Going to work around Bobby Arnett. We'll have the outside lane here. Arnett up the race line. This is every inch that you give. You're not going to see them give a lot. These cars weren't meant to give a lot. They were meant to run with the giant spoilers on the back. From the car of tomorrow to what you see on these tracks. You're seeing exactly what you saw back in the 2000s era. Recall fastest lap of the race this last time by 29.35. It is the fastest lap by about 0.3 of a second over everybody. 0.2 of a second over Bunnell. Ooh, 12 up high. They're shoving each other off. Grijalva went to the outside there, Bunnell to the inside. Went to the outside of the 26 of Bobby Arnett. Grijalva able to make that line work. 12-17. Appreciate everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you to all the subscribers on Twitch. Thank you to all our members on YouTube, and of course all of our supporters on Facebook. Those are our paid subscribes. The money that you guys have put out helps the stream. We appreciate that. How about Savoy still trying to work the outside? Pack racing once again. Top 6, all within a blanket. And 75 works the corner. Adam Pettit leads that second pack with McKaylee. McKaylee in that 2 is at 4, trying to put the nose of that car where it's going to be able to get the cleanest traction. Every time you split the seam, you put a little air underneath the car. Bounces the car. That's not something that you want to hear. You don't want to hear that car bouncing around. That's for darn sure. Here's on board. Mike, JD, his mom, and you are all Navy veterans. My hats off to you. Love to hear it, man. Love to hear it. I was in the Army. I was stationed at Fort Bragg. My Navy vets. Love to hear him out there. Grijalva was in the Army. He just ETS'd. Let's see. Who else do I know out here that was in the service? I believe. And we were just talking about this. Is that 40 yet? It's Joshua Brock, who's battling for the Lucky Dog. He was in the Navy as well, I believe. Navy or the Air Force. I can't remember. Alex, thank you for like, sir. I'm here to call a race and feeling like somebody ran me over. But yeah, that's awesome, folks. Thank you for sharing as well. That's awesome. I'm proud to have you guys in the chat. Proud to have you in the stream. So it makes this all worth it. Not just for the drivers. Yes, this is a quote unquote a paid position, but I will tell you that it is it's more than just that. They're wrecking. Big one. Another big one. We'll take out a lot of drivers here. There's a 6 of Adam Pettit. That one fast repair is hopefully gonna come in. Oh, the 6 is still getting hit. 43 has the 36. I don't know if the 36 was coming up the racetrack. We'll have to see here. 43 was up front. Here's the 36. Bradley Wilson here. This is the back bumper to the 43. Bumps him out of the bottom. Actually gave him a bump. Did a great job. 18 gets to the back bumper. Frees him up and sends him into the 43. That was the 18. That was costly. Again, these cars are pack racing cars. He smacked the back bumper now, and the 36 did a great job here. And nothing wrong with either one of what the 36 or the 18 did here. 36 drops in the corner, has the 43 there, just gets to the back left quarter panel, and that was a good bump and run. It was clean bump and run. Watch Bradley Wilson's car just free up just a little bit. 36 gets to the bottom side, just a slight tap there. Could have went worse, but it pushes the 43 up the race line. 36 back in the throttle. He goes around. Now watch the 18 here. Cossey gets a huge run on the 36. and just bump. And then a little wiggle from the 43 as well. So maybe a combination there, the internet, the close racing, all that stuff. Who knows? That's a bad one. It was a really bad one. Kevin Savoy involved, Ken Cart involved. Yeah, 75, nowhere to go. 9 to 99, nose. 12, 75, 90, 40 slows. Hopefully Brock was able to get the lucky dog here. He was eligible for the lucky dog. He's coming to pit road. I believe it shows him on the lead lap, so he should get that lucky dog. Adam Pettit's coming off pit road. So a lot of people still working on their cars. Ken Cart still looking as well. No, he's not on the lead lap. Pettit. Go to the tail end here. Wave A. Max, thank you for the like, sir. Much love. 2 minutes ago. I appreciate that. Appreciate everybody being out there. It was a fantastic race, fantastic time. A couple of cautions, though. We got to dial it down. Dial down the cautions. They have the skill here to run a green flag pit stop. They just need to chill. Cool it down. Spicy taking a half day today to join us on here as well. I wonder if I can get the... Probably could. I'll have to figure that out. We can figure out who are vets out there in all of our series, and maybe tag their branch, put their branch on their driver information. We might be able to do that. That'd be cool. Figure that one out. AB coming off pit road, Savoy. Was he able to get the car work done? I think he was. Got a lot of the car work done. Gonna do it again. Yeah, 148 last time, so he's gonna get a little bit more of this car work done. There's Grijalva having to take that fast repair, I believe. So he's got a brand new car. He's got a brand new car. He's got a brand new car. You get a brand new car. Sorry. Had to do it. Lots of wrecking, lots of wreck avoidance. We kind of have to when these cars just start to slide. So good thing. It's a good thing. You don't want this to be a battle of attrition. You want it to be a battle of who's got the better skill. And that's one of the things that, you know, these guys have a good balance of talent. But you got to remember, these cars do turn easy. You get to the back bumper, if you get underneath the car, these things have, you know, they're not symmetrical like the next gen car is, and you know, the side force on these cars are they produce a lot of drag. They produce a lot of instability. JD has a really good USS Ronald Reagan, the ship he served on paint scheme, on his YouTube channel. Very cool. Very cool. Now, what I want to do is I want to take in, since he served in the Navy, put the so if this was here's JD's here's JD's. You guys can see my mouse for a second, right? So right here, I would like to be able to put their branch of service, or maybe over here where the Ford logo is. You know what I mean? That'd be cool. Be able to do that for everybody. I crown over, you know, anybody who served, or, you know, maybe they have USAA. I don't know. For their family and military service member. Salter's your race leader, 10 out front. Bunnell's going to be in second. Turkal's going to be in third. Costi going to fourth here over Bobby Arnett. Arnett up the race line. Here comes Anthony Crown over to the bottom side, trying to clear. Savoy working his way back forward as well. AB the 5 just trying to keep the car clean. Retchin was your lucky dog. That was the driver that was off the lead lap. It's back on the lead lap now. Brock's still out of Brock is out of the race. Aggressive driving can make it fun and entertaining. Aggressive driving can also be an issue, and that's what we're seeing right now. They are just trying to battle for every position, and there's still over 70 laps to go in this race. 77 to be exact as we get rolling. 38 laps complete, under 39. Coulter to the bottom side. The crawl into 33, rolls that middle lane. 10 about to be swallowed up here. 33 will have the 28 to the outside. It wouldn't be something that he needs to add, Stevens. It'll be something that I need to figure out for the overlay. It'll be something. It's not something that they can do. It'll be something that I need to figure out, because I'll have to physically add it to every driver that has it. It's just something I have to work on. I think it'd be pretty cool. I would just have to make sure that, you know, just because you're in the Navy doesn't mean you weren't like in the Marine Corps as well. You know, we want to make sure that we, you know, whatever folks do, or wherever they want to represent. One clears a 33. A dangerous move here for the 1. 43 will be side by side on the outside, trying to work his way back forward. '75 of Brandon Pearl tried to drop into the corner there. Furcal disrupted that, unable to make that work. So the 33 is going to drop back. Brandon Pearl back up 20 as Cossey goes to the bottom side. Toyota rolling. 17 of Bunnell working the bottom side of this one as well. We'll have to see what these drivers continue to do. Got Spicy back here, just rolling nice and clean, keeping the car clean. Trying to keep within 6 seconds. Cranover, your race leader, up on the high side again. Trying to be your race leader. I don't know. I think it'd be a nice touch. I think that's something I want to see if I can do. 75 all the way to the bottom. Is the 1 of Wolfenbarger tries to continue to lead here. Again, this is feels like a draft-specific track here, as we have 22 drivers on the lead lap. Pettit's going to be in 23rd. Morgan, closest driver to that front pack. We'll see how Spicy takes care of things. He's got Adam Pettit. Going to close that back down. He is inside that 22 spot. Eric Dillingham in 18th at 5. AB is going to be off 16. It's 25.05. I-rated driver looks supported. Let's figure it out. I think it would be a nice touch. Because I get in trouble for playing the national anthem. Not by the leagues or iRacing, by the social media platforms. Every time I play it, I get a copyright strike. Even though it's a free source or a licensed source, you know, I've even paid for the national anthem to be sang. And every single time it gets copyright struck. I used to have it on all the time before every race. I even did the Canadian national anthem at one point because we had a lot of Canadians driving. Like Kevin Savoy. I think we even did the Australian national anthem at one point because we had 4 Australians. I wanted to make sure that we were like inclusive of all the countries out there, because, you know, these are people that race all around the world, not just one single, you know. These people are thousands of miles apart. They're racing virtually on an internet. It takes a lot of skill just to be able to do that. 43 comes down to the bottom side. 1 dumps the dirty air to the second lane. Bradley Wilson trying to work back forward. And that's part of what we see here. That's part of what I want to always be able to give everybody the opportunity to see that, hey, this is all about these drivers. It's about you guys out there as well. It's not just about, you know, having the biggest platform out there. This is all about making these drivers look and feel the best. You know, politics or affiliation aside, or wherever you're from, whatever walk of life 3 goes around, caution should come out here. That should be a caution. 3's on the very bottom. 3's in that second lane. 75 comes up and just takes him out. Brandon Pearl here. No caution. Yeah, there's the caution. I think the 3, yeah, he's going to be able to back up here. That should have been a caution. It should have been a caution the moment he went across the nose. And sometimes here, iRacing gets this one wrong. Right here, the moment that Coulter Jr. is doing exactly what he needs to do. Great job. 75 comes up the lane, gets into the 3. Right here is where the caution should have come out. He's on the racing surface. Even though he's turning down into the bottom, he should have been there. So the 3 is going to come get some of that damage taken care of. Mike. No, they've got. They actually have a very beautiful national anthem. If you have not had it, we try not to insult other countries. That's for sure. Even though every time that I talk to like some friends like Chris Roberge and you folks from Adam Pettit is your lucky dog here. I talk to a few folks that are around the the Victoria area. I was asked them if they get that blame candidate stuck in their head like we do from South Park. South Park just insults everybody, though. I guess it must be the thing. I bet it's going to be a lucky dog back on the lead lap. Coulter Jr. leaving pit road, hopefully able to get a lot of that nose damage fixed. He probably didn't look like he had that much. YouTube, you're watching on 2 platforms, YouTube on your PS4, Facebook on your phone. Awesome, man. A YouTube platform is awesome. Being able to watch it on your television. We had considered making our primary shows on. I say primary. Making the primary shows on YouTube and putting the secondary shows on Facebook, and then putting my personal gaming streams on Twitch, and then we are using our secondary gaming channel. It's kind of bad timing. I go and start a second YouTube channel. You're watching your boy JD on the 65. That's awesome. It's awesome. Thank you for subscribing, Martin. Appreciate you very much. It hasn't popped up for me yet, but when it does, it'll put an alert for you there, Martin. Thank you very much. The YouTube alerts are just slow. But thank you very much for subscribing. I appreciate you. You wouldn't be able to talk, of course, if you didn't subscribe on YouTube. So thank you very much. I have YouTube at subscriber only because of the bots that come in. This weird. If you want this cam, fam, blah 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 blah. You know what I mean. The terrible bots. Wolfenbarger, Wilson, Cossey is going to be your top 3. Dennis Daly's going to be in 4th. Anthony Crowder has worked his way back up to 5th. It's a very draft-dependent track. Parker Weekly's going to be your biggest mover of the race, up 16. Jeff Pless back to pit road. A chance here for some of the drivers to come in and knock some tires down. All that fantastic stuff worked out. Again, thank you, everybody, for sticking out there and watching with me. You bought yourself a PS4 as well as your dad is going to order that standalone mic. That's awesome. Make sure you get a mic stand with it. Save that $20 I was telling you about. Make sure you that $20 I was saving, you can get you a decent mic stand for doing it. Shout out to AJ Stevens and JD McKaylee and friends. Look out for Dennis Daly at 90. He's a solid driver. They're all solid drivers. Just got to calm it down. Robin, thank you for subscribing on YouTube. I appreciate you. Oh, you need a headset for. Yeah. Confusing me there. 143-18-90. Ring flag. Robbins came across. I didn't see the other one come across. Thank you, Robin. $143, 18, 90, 28 is going to be your top 5. Parker Weekly in 6th. Single file restarts for the drivers. There's Kevin Savoy back here. Pulls the 4 along with him. Bunnell, James Morgan in the mix. 75 of Brandon Pearl. Having a little issue earlier. He'll be able to run behind the 2 of McKaylee. Brandon Pearl pulling the corner. Here's Rich Holland, spicy again. Just taking his time. Knows there's a lot of racing still left. Coulter Jr. goes to the outside of Rich Holland. 24 rolls the corner. Retchen left to be put 3 wide. No reason to go 3 wide in this circumstances here. 3:35. There's the 2. I'm sorry, the 12. 12 of Grijalva. No reason to go 3 wide. I believe Holland is just using a tire strategy here, just trying to keep himself clean. Lieutenant Salter to the outside. Bobby Arnett in the 26 up 2. Mark Retchen's going to be in that 17 spot. Eric Dillingham in at Toyota up 7. Parker Weekly, Jesse Bunnell, Parker Weekly. A little homage to Dale Earnhardt Jr. And roll the bottom side. Here comes Kevin Savoy off 5. All of our secondary YouTube channel is going to be all about everything gaming, folks. It's going to be about PC reviews, spec reviews, equipment reviews, tutorials, OBS stuff. We're going to utilize that to do everything else outside of iRacing on there. We may talk about iRacing. We may talk about gaming news as far as what iRacing's doing, what all the simulators are doing, and of course some of the best things that you might see on this. That'll be youtube.com/@SIGA_gaming. Their signature gaming channel. 3 wide again. Everybody is battling as if this is the last lap of the race. That middle lane not opening up. 90 to the outside. Daly now back to 2 wide. It's crazy to think we're 60 and we're just over halfway into this race, and these top 7 or 8 drivers are trying to burn their stuff off. 3 wide again. Bunnell to the bottom. Bad situation here for any one of these drivers. We're not seeing anybody utilize the race line. Wolfenbarger, maybe the driver. How about the 43? Drifts up, almost takes out the 33 here. As Bradley Wilson's going to drop a little bit. 18 back to the bottom side. Cossey has the 43 in tow. 43 slides up in front of the 90 of Dennis Daly. At a certain point, you run out of real estate when you continue to try to push yourself. Right now, that second pack is coming. 75 into the middle. This is what I was talking about earlier. It's Brandon Pearl running everybody tight here. Parker Weekly has a little blink session there. 22 to the outside. And this is where this is becoming an issue. They're driving like this is the last lap of the race. This is, God, there he goes. I talked about it and spoke it into existence. Caution comes out. Fossey, the driver that was involved here, the 18, in the middle of the track, and gets ran over again. It was the 1 of Wolfenbarger. Talked about this earlier, about the real estate. The 43 gives a big shove to the 1 here. This is getting into turn 1. 1 sets at the corner. 43 frees up the 1. 1's in that second lane. Down, gets into the 18. That's on the 1. I spoke it into existence. I really did. And then Michael Brock, who's coming around here. I think the 40 juked out his kid. I think Joshua Brock just juked his kid out. So the 40 is running with the 60 here. Going to teach his kid how to run this racetrack. They're backing it down. Joshua Brock sees what's going on ahead of him and is headed straight to him. And then down here, and then all of a sudden, here comes Michael Brock. Just nowhere to go. And if Mike's on a single monitor, which I think he is, here's what he saw. He doesn't know what's going on in front of him. He's following his dad. Here you go. Watch this. Right there. Right there. Yep. Just late reaction. Boy, Matt, thank you, sir. I appreciate you, Mr. Swope. How are you doing? I was warning them. They aren't listening. Robin, didn't realize how many of your friends are in this race. It's awesome. Much love. There's a lot in here. We appreciate it. Let's go, JD. Says Martin out there. What's up, AJ? I appreciate everybody being out to keep the chats lively, welcoming, and a ton of fun. Again, it's what it's about. You folks are what help these drivers make everything matter. I spoke that one into existence. They're driving like this is the last lap of the race. They still got, 54, 53 laps to go. It's a lot of drive. They still have, if they save fuel here, they might be able to make it. 35% fuel, be close. Nah, they didn't have to compare. Everybody came in on 49 last time by. There's a few drivers giving on 62. First driver to come in on 62 is going to be the 24, Retchin. I'd be coming in every single time. They give me 5 sets of tires and a whole bunch of fuel. And that's a whole bunch of fuel, 75% fuel. That's kind of the way it goes. Thank you to everybody for being out there. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate you. We are doing the best that we can, that's for sure. I Crash Weekly crew, 2, 3, and 4th positions. I think that's what I saw was what is JD called? I saw it on there. Was it iRacing Sweetheart? Is that what it was? I cannot remember. I saw it earlier today or yesterday. I saw it yesterday. That's why it stands out. I'd have to look it back up. All right, they're going to pace around. We're going to let them have at it for just a moment, folks. I am going to grab another water from upstairs real quick. It'll take me just a moment. I'll be right back. We'll leave it on these folks. They'll go racing. JD's going to be in third. We'll leave it on the exciting camp. Right back. again. He's iRacing sweetheart, and your iRacing's old. Yeah, it's funny. Give us motorsports, give us some love. Appreciate it. Bradley Wilson's going to be up in that sixth spot. Mick Haley in 274. The 2744 I-rated driver up to third. Is Eric Dillingham going to the bottom side? That's the 2 and the 22 go to work. Somebody having an issue back here. 99, the 10, the 6th. Weekly able to miss it. Man, oh man. Calm down. This is what I was talking about. Those early 3 wide situations. And a little net code helped that one around though. Man, oh man. This would be considered a top split race in this Gen 6 car. And Turkal is we're seeing some of the guys who've been patient to work their way forward. Kevin Sawyer with some heavy damage here now. The drivers coming to pit road. What in the world? There's the 10 here and the 99. The 99 is trying to come to pit road. There's the 10 right there. What is the 10 doing? Nine is just trying to come to pit road. It's David Salter there. Again, that whole issue, and they don't know this inside the car. They have to go back and look at it after the fact. So if they have tempers flowing, that's on them. We talked about, we saw it, we looked at it. There's a little bit of net code there. Still 3 wide there. You have to keep that in mind. The 10 is slowing way up here, well below pace speed. I don't know if he thinks the 99 did it egregiously or what, but the 10 is literally slowing up to push the 99 up here, coming to pit road. And then it's going to get turned across the nose. I mean, I don't understand this one. You see the 10 sweeping out to the right there. He's already running the bottom of the racetrack to come to pit road. I don't know if he's trying to sweep out and get himself to get out to the outside lane. The 99 is there to the outside lane. The 10 goes across the nose to the 99. I think that's ridiculous. I look more staged than anything else. The 10 will. Maybe it's just an issue. Maybe just a lapse here. I'm not quite sure. And the 99 lets the 10 go back. What in the world, folks? Either way, it did. No beef. Yeah, I agree. I think it was accidental, but that's where I talk about this all the time. Track awareness is your biggest downfall as a driver. Being aware of your surroundings, being aware of where you're at on the track. But he slowed way up. That's my thing there. He was, if I was looking at his speed correctly, he was about 10 miles an hour under the speed limit. Slowed way up to be side by side with the 99. Or the 99 sped up just a little bit to get to pit road speed because he was jacking up a lot. That's what I mean there. There's a lot to unpack on situations like that. Maybe he was trying to fidget with the black box or do whatever he could do when it comes to having the iRacing settings. Maybe he didn't want to take fuel. He only wanted to, or he didn't want to take tires. Maybe he was trying to uncheck tires and then came out. You know what I mean? But you got to be prepared. You got to get those things. You had all of the back straightaway to be able to take care of that, especially since he was driving on the bottom side of the racetrack for the most part of that. You know what I mean? Not trying to dog anybody or not trying to put anything out there that would, I don't know, be disheartening for any of the drivers. I just, things like that can be avoided because, at a certain point, an incident limit gets reached and then you get DQ'd or you get a black flag or you get something that happens that can ruin your race or somebody else's race. And the last thing you want to do is impact somebody else's race that had nothing to do with what was going on. Again, single file restarts, paying homage to the throwback ways. Dillingham, McKaylee, Wilson, Wolfenbarger, Grijalva, your top five. Smoke equals brakes formula would love some. Yeah. Mike, if common sense were as common as that. Green flag, 6 cautions so far. Bradley Wilson at a Toyota, still trying to continue to push down on that on the inside lane. Here to the back bumper to the 22. Wilson to the inside. 22 carries forward. The outside lane's going to be where you want them to be if they can get a long green flag run in here. Over 43 laps to go. 22 pinches the 43 up 1 in that corner. 43, 1, 22, 2. Grijalva up 14. Dillingham up 19, your biggest move of the race. AB trying to come back here as well. One of my favorite bands. 1775. Right now, Brandon Pearl trying to put himself back in that. So these cars are what a lot of these drivers who've been on the simulator longer than 3 years cut their teeth on. When I started the simulator, it was on the car of tomorrow. And then we went into the Gen 6 car. So whenever I got my A license, it was in this car. Coulter Jr., fastest lap of the race, 29.27. Just ran by that driver. 43 in the 1, 43 off the nose of the 1. Wilson has not been the fastest driver. I mean, he's led quite a few laps. He's aggressive early, but he loses the draft very easily, or he runs it too tight. 3 wide again back here. This track driving like a super speedway for a lot of these drivers in the corner right now. 28 to the bottom side, 17 in tow. Coulter Jr. back up in 14th. As Hunter Smith rolling a corner, 3 wide, corner exit, 22.75. Brandon Pearl trying to put himself in the same situations again. Every time he and the 17 get around each other, that has not boded well. Here's a look overhead. Back to the outside. Coulter Jr. They're in the inside lane. 75 still stuck 3 wide here. 75 gets up into the 33 again. At 75, kind of all over the place a little bit. I don't know. You guys tell me, what's Brandon Pearl doing here? He is putting himself in a precarious situation. Maybe he's just getting off the corner. That wind tunnel effect can make you very free in the middle. That is something that these cars do. You get 3 wide in the middle here. There's a 22 and a 33. This is a bad situation. 75 runs the corner, I reckon. And these guys did the better job. AB gets involved here. 7th caution of the race, netcode. That 3 wide situation. 5's right here. 71's here. 5. That's free. He's free. That was a net. Look at this net code. The net code happens on the 17's right front. Watch this. So the 5's right here. 3's fine. Net code right here. Bam. Freeze the 5 up. 5's wiggling right there. And then more net code to the 3. The net code, folks, you're going to see behind the scenes again, happens right here. Right. Boom. Right there. Freeze the 5 up. Wiggles the bumper right here. And then that sends him up into the 3. And of course, you see the behind the scenes chat there. Here's what it looks like at speed. Bam. Bam, bam. Bam. Bam, bam, bam. Like an episode of the Flintstones. And notice how often net code happens 3 wide. It's exactly right. It's what happens. AB gets free pass here. Morgan's going to be a race leader. Coulter Jr. going to be here as well. Going to be up in second. So a chance for track position. Average coming on 79 to be the last. He'll be fine. Eric is on pit road. I don't think he towed. I think he drove. He did. I think that's what he's got right now. We're talking about Dillingham, right? Oh man, I want to go back and see what that was from his point of view. Might as well. We got a little bit of time to kill here. Seventh caution of the race. I'm scrolling, folks. There's a lot of things here. Bottom. That's Morgan. You back up here a little bit. Did he rack up in front of him? Hold on. See, from that point of view, it looks like the 5 got free, right? Like if you watch right here, let me get rid of all this stuff, folks. Right here, watch the 5 right here. From that point of view, it looks like maybe the 5 got free. But I watched the netcode happen getting into the corner, and I could see it. I can visually see it on my screen. Folks, it's big, and, it frees him up. He does get free. And then, this is a... Bam. Yep. That's what I'm going to go back and look at... I'm going to go back and look at that. Thank you, folks, for sticking with me. I know that I haven't felt well, but you guys have been making it fun, so thank you very much to everybody. I appreciate you very much. Go back. This is going to be on board. Look at the wheel. It's going to be, again, the Terry Labonte paint scheme. They're going to go back green here in just a moment, so I want to see this. He's fine. Right there, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, he got hit. You can see it twice. His wheel reacted as if he got hit. Right here. Here. Yep. Yeah, you can see it twice. It jerks the wheel twice. There. There. Yep. That's what happened. Yeah, he didn't do anything. He actually held his line. Green flag. He did what he needed to. All right, Morgan out front. Coulter Jr. is going to be second. The 33 is going to be third. How about Spicy up inside the top 5? Bradley Wilson's going to be in 5th here. 83 of 116. So strange how the iRacing predictive contact works. That's the one issue now, and it may be the Gen 6 car more so than any other car right now because of the lack of support that iRacing has for these cars right now. 43 to the inside of the 35. One of the things that I will say on these cars is that even back then the box was big, but it seems like the closer we get to Super Speedway Week, aka the Daytona 500 coming up for NASCAR, the bigger the box seems to get for the, and this has happened season after season after season on iRacing, and it just seems like that's been the key in every season. The closer we get, 33 to the back bumper to 3, freezing mob, 71 to the bottom side. It just seems like the box gets bigger, and when you're 3 wide, it's supposed to shrink. It really is. You're supposed to be able to lean on each other. It's supposed to be closer to the impact, and what we're seeing is not that at all. 43 of Bradley Wilson trying to go to the outside here. Rich Holland up inside the top 5. Grijalva back to 7th here. It doesn't in the IndyCar. Yeah, the IndyCar is supposed to be wheel to wheel, right? So you're supposed to have the 4-inch, the 4 virtual inch box that predicts it. And what you end up getting is 2 feet or 3 feet, and you can't make contact, and then it spins your car out. And 43 to the bottom. This is when I talk about aggressive moves. That's exactly what you're seeing. 33 to the outside of the 43. Bradley Wilson up near the 33 to side draft it down. 3 back to the outside. Here comes the 35. The 1 back up to the mix as well. This is not the last lap of the race. There's still a lot of racing left. More cautions means that you kind of have to make aggressive moves early to try to be able to, especially if you think there's another caution. 33 battles the outside. This is what I talked about earlier. Joe doing a phenomenal job of defending that outside lane. 43 is going to have the drive off. He's going to run up the 33 here. 33 leads again because he's utilizing all of the race line the way he needs to. On board 17, 75 to the bottom side. Here comes that Ford one more time. The 2 has Brandon Pearl in his sights. A little left rear damage for the 4. That 4 of Hunter Smith. He's got an unfair advantage going on there. Totally kidding. That is a big parachute. Crownover trying to work his way back forward. Every one of these come out. Here comes the 75 again. This is what I talked about. The 75 keeps getting himself stuck inside these precarious situations. Going to be up to the 28. 28's going to run him high, run him low. And there's all these Fords side by side. There's 5 Fords sitting 7th to 12th. AB trying to disrupt that as well. AB was able to take the fast repair he needed earlier. Dave Salter trying to work back forward as well. Dave able to get that fast repair. In big pack racing here for all these drivers, they continue to work. Kevin Savoy trying to work his way back forward. We watched Kevin deal with a lot over the course of the last couple of, the last 60 laps. So we'll see. MCI Graphics gives you 25 laps to go here from Las Vegas. 33 leads the outside. 43 trying to work the outside with him. Here comes the one of Wolfenbarger. Coulter Jr. working the bottom as well. Outside lane's going to be dominant here. It's the way Las Vegas is traditionally ran. Three in the one to the outside. Wolfenbarger holds on. 371. James Morgan. Get a little door-to-door action there with the 3. Right now, Coulter Jr. trying to find some kind of clearance here. That second pack has now caught the leaders. The 99 and the 2 moving forward. J.D. McHaley. Up 1. Was off about 10 at one point. And they'll be back 3 wide again. They're not done. As Spicy goes to the high side. He's going to run that higher lane. Rich Holland. Looking on behind him, here comes Grijalva. Grijalva has the 5 of Havey. Rolling right behind him. Kevin Savoy on the move. 79 newer tires. Bradley Wilson took tires as well on his fuel cycle. I'm sorry, took fuel only on his last pit stop on 79, which is a smart move. They've been able to utilize a lot of the tires. I think too many tires in this field. You might die people down if you limit the tires. And I mean, that's what we do with our truck series, speaking of which will be tomorrow. 33-43. 1-2 right now. Here comes the one of Wolfenbarger. Caution comes out again. AB involved. Five got turned. Oh, let's see. If this is net code, the 5 and the 12 side by side here. Let's see. Let's see if the collision box detected that. 12 runs, 5 runs up high a little bit, 12 runs down low, out of the corner. And that's just a bad line. Everybody coming to pit road. Good screenshot. Oh, that's me. I think they made contact there. I think that was an appropriate prediction. I don't think that was as much net code as it was racing. Nothing egregious. Bradley Wilson wins the race off pit road. Hopefully wasn't speeding. Super tires are going to be important. 33 has been able to keep the clean air. But now it's just a sprint, so we thought it was aggressive before. Everybody's got new tires. Josh getting the car worked on here. Hopefully he's going to be fine. I think he would be. Lights are on in the ambulance. The wambulance. I wanted to check his time. See if he's going to leave pit road here in a minute. Been on 104, 105. The pace car's coming around. He should be able to leave pit road pretty substantially early. Right about now. Is he going to be able to? Nope, he's going to go a lap down. Josh goes a lap down. I wanted to see He was going to stay out there. 43 takes over the lead. This thing's far from done. Story of your life, either mid-pack or at best, or just unlucky. I think today is just aggressive, sir. Let's transport Eric to the... I mean, he's out of the infield care center. He's fine. The local medical facility, yeah. We don't talk mental health. That's one thing we don't talk about. We speak positive about mental health. Always do that, folks. Pleasure to meet you out there. I appreciate you being out there after your race. We watched you. We watched you go. Well, here it is. All right. Well, you're going to be off on the pace car this time by as we get ready to look highly at Las Vegas. You did a great job. You had a great run. So just remember, there's always next week. There's always the week after. There's always more racing left after all this. I just don't want to see a pattern of let's just be really aggressive really early, cause a bunch of cautions, and then you see the same incidents every week. That would be unfortunate for you guys. It'd be unfortunate for you and unfortunate for the league, and of course, I want to see that green flag run. I want to see that like the Super Speedway race, week 1 was awesome. It was amazing. It was great racing. You had 3 cautions total over the course of the run. Last week, a lot of cautions. This week, a lot of cautions. Every one of you have this. Again, I look at the strength of field here and the I ratings that we see. There's a lot that you guys will be able to take care of. We're going back at it though. Excuse me. Green flag. Wilson, Joe Turkall. 33 having a phenomenal race today. 1591 on the I rating. Has been putting it to Bradley Wilson, the 3509 I rated driver. And early on, watch the 33. He's going to drop into the bottoms here. We'll see if he tries to take over the lead. That Chevy, it's been fast. The crossover for the 33, one up on the back bumper to the 43. 33 down to the bottom side. Not quite clear as the 43 is going to get a bump. There's the 33 up the race line. This is where that outside lane goes to fruition. Here comes Kevin Savoy, who just seems to be there at the end every single race that we've watched him get out there and put it to it. And right now, here comes Anthony Crownover as well. Crownover, Grijalva, Holland, all within the top 10. Parker Weekly trying to roll the corner as well. Coulter Jr. inside the top 10. They are running very hard this race. I know that I have the cameras kind of compact on these drivers. Have them tight into Las Vegas because Las Vegas is all about that side-by-side, that you get the long sweeping corners. But the best part about this race line is right here, is being up close and personal with the cars. Keeping it within tow, but also keeping the corner, working it right. How about Joe here? Dropping back to 5th, has the 99 in front of him. Kevin Savoy has been patient all race long. And that's the one thing about Kevin Savoy is that he'll be there at the end, or try to be there at the end for the best part of the race. Crownover trying to push Nick Haley up front. This little second pack has 13 laps to be able to get themselves into that mix. Right now, they've got a 1.5 second difference here as that front pack. Bradley Wilson Garrett Wolfenbarger and Brandon Pearl themselves in the issues. Now, Brandon Pearl somehow, some way got himself through all that mess without having to be 3 wide. I don't want him to ever be 3 wide. In the middle. He can be 3 wide on the outside, 3 wide on the bottom. Just don't be 3 wide in the middle. Kevin Savoy in tow. They're running pretty hard here, and they're going to be able to, basically, they're going to have 20 qualifying laps. That's pretty much what it is. They've got 12 laps to go here. You just want to run Dega. Ollie, how are you doing, dear? Coulter's up to 8th. He's here to the inside of the 12. Check in on the 3 up into the 12 there. The 12 was running his line. Coulter Jr. back outside the top 10. Spicy inside the top 10 now. Got a 2.7 second lead. That second pack, that second pack was unable to get themselves. The 28 trying to get to the inside. That second pack not able to get to this the front bumper of any of these cars. This is the cleanest racing we've seen from all of the drivers so far. 33 back to the inside. 75. 33 they touch. At 75, Brandon Pearl about to be turned off the nose of 99. I don't know what in the world's going on there. Caution again. Hunter Smith, 8th caution of the race. 18 turns to 4. Again, net code one more time. And the 93, unable to avoid that one. That's Jeff Pless. This is off the corner. 18 gets a run. We watched this earlier. It's 18 of Joseph Costa here. It's in the back bumper of the 4. 4's a little free. The 18 does not lift. And then some net code after that to boot. Might as well, right? All right, everybody's going to be in tow now. Is anybody coming to take tires? Big Coulter Strong. Thank you, Holly. Much love, dear. Bradley Wilson, your race leader. Led the most laps today. Wolfenbarger is going to be in second. Brandon Pearl. Here comes Mark Retchin. He's going to be your lucky dog. So going to be 2 laps down, or a lap down. I do apologize about that. There's a lap down right now. As he comes around, he's 2 laps down right now. He's going to be 1 lap down. Possibility to get back and compete for a spot here. Hunter Smith beyond pit road. Getting the car worked on. Got Michael Brock coming off pit road. Some more laps in here. What are tires? They have 5 sets. That's what the race information said. They had 5 sets of tires. That's a lot of tires for 116 laps. It's a lot of tires. 116 laps means, for me, would be 3 sets of tires. 4 max. Like the set you start with and maybe 2 or 3 on the wall. You know what I mean? All right. Metarude, thank you for the like and share, sir. How are you doing? Folks, go check out that dude. I know you've seen his logo scroll on the bottom side right there. Metarude Racing on Facebook. And Metarude Racing on Kick. Go check him out. He live streams. He's killer. He's the dude. You can get away with 2 sets for those laps. I mean, right now, they're going to have 7 laps to go right now. Lights will be off. They should be off this time by. So it'll be 6 or 5 laps to go. No, we're still lights on. So maybe 5 laps to go when we go back to green flag racing, right? 5 or 6. That's enough. It's enough right now. They all came out on 96, took tires. So everybody here has ran 13 laps, 14 laps on those tires. It's enough. It's enough. You're not streaming anymore. Why not? Derby giving us a subscribe out there on YouTube. Why not? Well, that's no bueno. Well, go follow his channel anyway. Mandaroot is legendary. Well, then you need to help me with content. We need to bring you over here and help me. Get your butt up here. I mean, I know that you have got work and all that stuff. We need to bring you on the SC team. Because you're a legend, dude. Like, legend, seriously. Seriously, big legend. Did you stop racing? You didn't stop racing, did you? Man, I'm finding this. This is terrible. It's terrible news. It's terrible news. I mean, we're still gonna promote your channel because, I mean, it's the way what it is. You know what I mean? See, that's what it is. So that's why. Don't stop. Don't unfollow Mandaroot. Go keep following him because we can get it. Maybe we'll get him back here eventually. Maybe you just need a break, sir. Maybe you just need a break. Get life back up. Stream when you want to. Enjoy it. You still need 100,000 followers. That's my goal. We're working on 20,000 on Facebook right now. We're somewhere around 1,500 on or 1,300 on YouTube. Trying to grow that YouTube platform. That's the big one. I think that's I think that's the future of gaming, folks. I know that Twitch is kind of like it's been everybody's bread and butter. I think YouTube is the future of gaming when it comes to the gaming industry. I really do. As far as gaming content and live streaming, if they can just get it right, it's going to be fun. It's going to be see. Yeah, man. Yeah, no. It's work time. I get it. 9 cautions. We're going green. Yeah, 5 to go. Kevin's only in 4th. The restart here. Gonna be interesting. How about Cossey? Anybody come in? That guy did. James Morgan. Down into this field. Bradley Wilson out front. There'll be 4 laps to go. Brandon Pearl in 3rd. Kevin Savoy in tow. Here comes the 33. Anthony Cronover to the bottom side. Crownover trying to clear. Not gonna. Thank you to follow, Trollmaster. Thank you, Mandaroot. I appreciate you. YouTube and Kicker are running a tight race. It's actually why you do streaming on YouTube as well. Yeah. 43, 199 is going to be your top 3. Not impossible. Morgan up to 15th from the back to the front. 3 wide, 1 up the race line, 99 going. Kevin Savoy to the bottom side. 2 to go. Winston Throwback Series has been putting a whole lot into this race line. And right now, the 1, the 99, trying to matter here. And here comes the 12. Here comes the 28. Holland blinks for a moment. They come around 3 and 4. White flag waves. Final lap here with the Winston Throwback Series. Las Vegas has been full of cautions. Full of, kind of drama. 33 to the outside. Big push. 75 gets freed up. Brandon Pearl holds on to it. 33 gets a whole nose full of that. Here comes Grijalva to the outside. Bradley Wilson's going to win it here. Wolfenbarger out in 2nd, and then they all drop to the bottom. I think Brandon Pearl finishes in 3rd. It was a lot of hard racing there at the end. A lot of touch and go moments. And both Joes tried to make something work there. And I tell you what, they all absolutely. That's the way the racing should have been at the end of the race. Your race results: Wilson, Wolfenbarger, Brandon Pearl. Your top three: Grijalva, Turkala going to be fourth and fifth here. Crown over fifth or sixth. I'm sorry. Kevin Savoy in seventh. Holland in eighth. Bolter Jr. in ninth. And James Morgan, your top 10. Kenny rebounds to 11th. Still off one. Parker Weekly up 10. Your biggest move of the race is going to be the 75. Without putting himself in precarious situations there. Probably could have done that over the course of the long haul, but we'll never know what the long haul was in this one. 9 cautions for today's race. That's a lot. That is a lot of cautions. Here's the rest of your race results. As Brooks is going to be tailing over that one, 84 laps down. Michael Brock able to get back out there and run some more laps. We'll finish in 24th. First driver off the lead lap's going to be Mark Retchen. So you know that that's the case of I've just needed one more. Bradley Wilson's going to be your race winner here. Man, oh man. I got to move everybody around, so bear with me. Bradley Wilson's going to be your race winner here. And kind of the race that was all about cautions and trying to get the run off the caution. Kind of had to make your moves early. Tell me about it.
Yeah, like you said, track position was key. You had to get it when we had those green laps, and really being able to jump the starts there really kind of sealed the deal for at least like a top 5.
This one was we noticed that when you started to get after that 10-15 laps and everybody started to get back to the racing, that seemed like your fall off was a little bit harder than some of the other drivers. Were you just trying to push it really hard because of how many cautions were involved?
Yeah, I knew track position was going to be key, and kind of figured around the corner there's going to be another yellow sometime or another, and just kind of planning higher strategies and getting gas. Just can't thank the team enough for having a great strategy.
So what do you need to do to have a green flag run in this series?
Honestly, I don't know if there's anything I can do. Probably more people showing up to the test sessions, I'd imagine.
I would say I'd say a lot of patience probably needs to go a little bit further. I think that would be the bigger thing. But testing is not testing. You guys have a lot of seat time. You guys are one of the higher strength of fields of things that we call here. So, but let's not take away. You got a victory, and that's kind of the way it is, man. Give shout outs.
Got to thank Garrett Wolfenbarg and Brandon Pearl for working with me there and putting on a clinic there at the end.
Bradley Wilson out front. Let's talk to Garrett in that second spot. Had a decent run here as well. Same question, same comments, same concerns. This one seemed like it was a battle of when the next caution was going to be.
Yes, yeah, just lots of crazy racing out there. There's a whole bunch of wrecks. Just really was worried about there at the end when we had about 20 laps left and we got that last caution. I was kind of nervous a little bit, and I thought maybe that kind of screwed our race, but having all 3 of my teammates up front just really rocketed us through that restart, and we stayed up front. So it was a fun race. Last week I kind of got screwed, and I'm not a big fan of Atlanta, but this track I had a lot of fun tonight.
And same concept. What do you guys need to do to clean up the racing so you guys can have green flag runs?
I mean, just like Bradley said, more practice is better. Probably try not to be as aggressive at the start of the race. Probably just keep it a little cleaner. Some guys are just trying to be too aggressive at points they don't need to be. But just try to stay out of all these wrecks is the main goal. So hopefully we start cleaning it up later in the season. So tonight wasn't as bad as last week, but hopefully it gets a little better. 9
cautions. That's over 116 laps. That's a race.
Yeah, very interesting one.
That's a lot of cautions. You guys could have had a couple here, and I'd have been like, hey, that was a better race. But three wide after 3 laps, 5 laps, putting yourselves in the wind tunnel. We know these Gen 6 cars are have everything to do with aero and less to do with tire grip.
Yeah. I really like this package of this track. It's more of almost a super speedway than it is a normal track you'd be lifting at. So
it runs high. That's
it runs very fast, very close, and that could lead to a lot of wrecks like it did.
So we saw. We watched that with. We were getting ready to talk to your third place guy here, and he was in the midst of all of that. So
yeah, that last lap was crazy for him.
Yeah, well, not just last lap, lots of laps before that. So it's all good though. Garrett, give your shout outs, man. P2 finish.
Just want to thank you for streaming, the guys for running this league, everyone that shows up and makes the field full. So at least we have a good race out here. And then Shenandoah Shine is my main sponsor. Those guys are great, always supporting me. So, yeah, had fun.
That's number one. Finishes P2. Last but not least, Brendan finishes P3 here. And you were in the most precarious situations all race long, 3 wide in the middle, shaking you up. Netcode City, everywhere, bouncing off. You were like the world's brightest pinball machine.
Yeah. Honestly, I was just trying to feel out the strength of field because this is my first race in this league. I noticed that everyone was not the greatest on restarts, and I'm decent-ish on restarts in my opinion, and that's where I prevailed tonight. It seemed like was restarts, especially the last 2-3 restarts with my teammates up front. We got the jump and were able to create a huge lead, and that's eventually what got Brad the win.
Win or not, I'm talking about the middle portion of the race. That was the end. The end is the end. The end ran 5 laps.
Yeah, the middle was interesting. I was involved in a wreck early. Out of 2, I'm not 100% sure what happened. It was with Michael Coulter. I think okay, that was netcode. I wasn't 100% sure. Okay.
Yeah, lots of netcode, but it was being 3 wide at Las Vegas in a car with a package that's not meant for Speedway pack racing on Las Vegas, and that's kind of the way that I was getting at it. Once cautions start happening, that's when people start getting more aggressive, and that's just the mindset that we saw today. And when I was talking about you, I was talking about how it just seemed like when a caution was around you, you were 3 wide in the middle of somebody.
More or less, yeah. Yeah, I'm an aggressive driver. I might not be the smartest driver, but I tend to make it stick. If anything, I may be 3 wide, but I'm not the one who majority of the time is the cause.
All good. All right, man. You got a P3 finish tonight. That's what matters, and it's gonna be out the points. Hopefully, we can get it all died down so we can see the long green flag runs, because tire strategy and fuel strategy is gonna be the bigger keys here. I think as you guys start to figure out that this is a 2.4K strength of field, you do have some heavy hitters when it comes to iRating and when it comes to people who have been in this car in the past. So I think you guys, I think it doesn't need to die down. It does. I think everybody was way aggressive after realizing how many cautions had come out, and everybody was just trying to make up track position at the end of that. So that's just kind of how the race played out, but that's the way it is, man. P3 finish, nothing wrong with it. I got to tell a story here, and I'm not trying to. I don't try to create drama, folks. That's not what I'm doing.
Go ahead, brother.
That's not what I'm doing. I'm trying to tell a story here of how things kind of progressed and how I see it from my eyes from overhead. I see it from overhead. You guys see it from inside your car. You know what I mean? And that's what I tell people. Don't ever take anything I say as like this is the law and the rule. I don't control this league. I literally just control a button that points where you guys are at. So we come to our own conclusions from out here. But Brandon, nothing wrong with it. Hopefully we'll be able to see the green flag runs stick together, and then that's when the aggressive lines will pay off. But give a shout outs, brother.
Shenandoah Shine, Garrett Wolfenbarger, and Bradley Wilson. Really, the rest of the Shine boys, they didn't have a good night, but me, Brad, and Wolfie definitely did.
Yeah, it was top 3 for all 3 of you. So that, hey, nothing wrong with it, man. Guys, go enjoy the top 3. We're gonna go to Phoenix next week. That's a whole different ballgame.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
It's Brandon Pearl. He gets P3 finish here today. Yeah, Phoenix next week. They're going to be out for Valentine's Day after that. Then Auto Club, Bristol. Whole lot of racing coming up. There's a lot of tracks on the circuit, but it does run good. And folks, again, like I said, I don't. What I say is not the law. Everything I say is just a race opinion. I like the fact that teammates went 1, 2, 3. I think that's cool. I think that Bradley had a great race line. I think that he and Joe had some of the best battles all day. He and Joe Turkall. Those guys had a great race line. I think that is deserving of good battles, right? So top 5 for Joe. Nothing wrong with that. At the very end, that was a good battle at the end. Those 5 laps were probably the coolest laps that they ran, other than, seeing those big wrecks and the net code. And it's just, the track awareness is kind of the big thing when it comes to what we're seeing here. What I saw was just some net code, but track awareness would have changed that. And hold your brakes. Mike said it best out there. Says something, when you see smoke, hold your brakes. Will save a lot of drivers, and that's what we saw too. So, don't ever think that I root against any of these drivers. I root for clean races so that these drivers have a fun time. It's much more fun to have that hard race with a fuel strategy, with that last set of tires, or that last lap pass for the lead, or even for the last lap pass for 10th, can be a lot more fun than 9 cautions and having to deal with. I mean, 9 cautions for 45 laps. So you got to think about the average there. 45 laps of caution is that's a lot. That's it's just over a third of the race spent under caution. That's a lot of time trying to do it, and that just makes aggressive driving go out there. So, but it is what it is, and that's how we present things. That's how I look at things. Nothing wrong with the Winston Throwback Series. These drivers have the I rating in here, capable of and when it comes to I rating with the strength of field, when he was talking about testing out, when Brandon was talking about testing the strength of field, you don't want to do that. Don't test it. You want to get out there and drive like you're supposed to, not what everybody else does. You control your own race. You can't control what these drivers do. So that'd be what I say. Don't go out there and lay over. Go out there, race hard, but use your brains. You know what I mean? That's my takeaway from the race. I've watched several of them over the past couple of months go this way. Not this league, but just in iRacing in general. And it kind of gets predictable whenever things like this happen. So nothing wrong with it. Bradley Wilson gets the victory here. Wolfenbarger and Brandon Pearl, your top 3. Phenomenal job by the drivers to be able to push each other there. That's a benefit of having teammates able to work with each other. But remember, you get on my radar when it comes to being aggressive, then I'm going to start. If your number keeps coming up, then, you want to make sure that you keep yourself off anybody's radar, not just me, but the league or any of these drivers. You get into those beating and banging moments, and if it turns out south or turns out sour, netcode, we saw how detrimental netcode is to the series and to the season. Because of that, that's the reason why I say that you kind of have to take within a grain of salt that, hey, these things can be solved a little bit more different. I don't know how I say it. I don't know what I want to say. I don't know how I want to say it anymore. It is what it is. We'll see you tomorrow, folks. Be good, be safe, be kind to one another. That's the ultimate goal, and it's the ultimate truth. Because if you're not kind, then and we all get toxic, and I don't want to be toxic. This toxic is not fun. You know what I mean? Bradley Wilson gets the victory here, and it's deserving. He deserves a win. He does. If he or Joe would have won, great day. Joe, phenomenal race. Turkall the 33. Crownover trying to rebound. He can start on pole. He just can't keep himself up there in that top 3 here as of late. So I don't know. We'll see what happens next week. Phoenix is going to be next week. Tomorrow we're here. I don't even know what I'm running tomorrow on the truck series. We're running something. It's gonna be fun. Dan, thank you very much for the likes, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you, folks, for being out in their chats. Thank you for the cool vibes, and I appreciate you. Thank you for the well wishes. I'm gonna work on getting better. And that's the way it goes. We'll see you next one.